Howdy folks! This is the 6th video in a series of gold videos on analyzing this gift shop ore. Boy, you have a lot of fortitude if you made it this long through this number of videos. Now last time I promised you a definitive answer, and I do have one. I tried 3 different approaches to determine if there was gold in this material, and the first one was to do an extraction. I did both chlorine and aqua regia. And I went back and went through some calculations, and basically I found that I used so much fluid that even if there was quite a bit of gold in that ore, that it would have been below our detection limit. So even though I got a negative result, that would be kind of expected. I've been following another channel called Hard Rock University, and he was trying to develop a gold test himself that would be a little bit easier than an assay method and give him actually a quantitative result. And I think at one point he was trying to do an extraction and then concentrate that down and then put it on some sort of indicator paper that I think was stannous chloride based of some kind. But it's not, I guess it was much more difficult than it looks. So I don't know if he ever, I think he just kind of abandoned that and went on to other pursuits. But so I guess I don't feel so bad. The second method that I did was a oxidation melt, and I got a very strong indication there, and in fact stronger than I expected based on the dilution. But it was positive nonetheless. And then the last method was the fire assay, which came out with a bigger bead than expected, and I couldn't get the lead out, and I couldn't dissolve the whole thing, and what I did dissolve I couldn't detect gold. So I have a lot of work to do on that method if I ever want to go back to it. Now I did the only surefire method. I sent the sample away for a professional assay. It wasn't that much money, and I figure I really would like to know an answer to it. The assay that I had done was a fire assay, and it was done by a gentleman named Lawrence Hittle out of Colorado. He does large quantities and small quantities of assays, and was more than willing to do my single lone sample. I believe he just needs like around 60 to 100 grams. Pulverized, if not, he'll do it for you for an extra charge, but I think the testing is somewhere around $30 to $35, depending on what all you want tested. I thought that was a bargain considering my curiosity and the amount of time that I already put into this project. So the drum roll is, the result was 0.16 ounces of gold per ton. And if you convert that to metric, to grams, and convert the tons to metric tons, but that works out to 5.5 grams per metric ton. And actually at the beginning of the video somewhere, that was kind of what I was assuming for kind of an average ore or a fairly richer ore. So that's what it ended up being. So let me give you a snapshot of the results itself. So there you have it. The professional assayer says there's actually gold in this gold ore. Of course, the amount would be so negligible that it wouldn't really add anything to the cost, but I guess it is really gold ore. So that's good to know. Thank you so much for persevering if you watched all these videos. It was kind of a long, arduous process. I don't know if I learned anything or not. I wasn't very successful in most of the methods. But I did learn how to test for gold with the stannous chloride and the limits, and the oxidation melt seemed to work. And I guess I have a baseline for trying to work on some of the other methods if I ever choose to do so. So anyways, thanks again, and happy prospecting, whether it's in the gift shop or out in the field.